episode of Lucas Live. My name is Lucas Tyndale. I'm here with the lovely ladies of My Sister's Oil. We have Zanita, Tony Ann, Essence, and Tasha here with you guys today. It's going to be a great episode. If you're watching this live or by replay, please stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. We're super excited to have all of you. Family, friends, if you guys know them, make sure you're tagging people, make sure you're telling people, make sure you're sharing this broadcast because we don't want anyone to miss it. We're super excited about everything going on, and we're going to get started here in just a second. My producer is making some strange faces in the background, but we're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. You guys good?
We're good.
Good. You guys pick up that mic. Let somebody, we want to hear you guys.
We're good.
Feeling good? All right, you guys feeling good?
We're good.
We're going to make it happen here in just a second. We're going to talk. First, we want to shout out a couple of our sponsors, and we thank you guys for showing so much love to all of our sponsors. This weekend, as you guys know, here in Canton, Ohio, is the HBCU weekend, the Black College Football Hall of Fame weekend. We want to shout out Ed Smokehouse. Ed Smokehouse, once again, will be open 72 hours for breakfast, lunch, and dinner this weekend from September 3rd through the 5th. They will be serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Did I just say that? I already said that, right? Anybody? 72 hours, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ed Smokehouse, that's what's going to be happening. They'll be serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Satisfying customers one bite at a time. The address is 1009 McKinley Avenue Northwest. The phone number is 330-915-6944. Make sure you guys go down there and check them out. Great soul food, amazing stuff. Anybody ever had Ed Smokehouse?
Yes.
It's
great.
Listen, all these people wouldn't be up here lying. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for that, right? So, y'all make sure you check out Ed Smokehouse all weekend. They're going to be open. Check them out. We also want to shout out the White Party, the official party sponsored by the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And the Divine Nine is this Saturday from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. I don't think I've been out till 2 a.m. in a long time. But, we're going to see what's going on this weekend. It's at the Canton Cultural Center. On Market Avenue. You guys can get tickets. They're $40 online or $35 from your favorite Greek fraternity sorority member. Check them out. Reach out to them. You can go to officialwhitepartyaffair.com to buy your tickets. Make sure you guys check those out. Get those. The party is this weekend. You get your white outfit. Get it together. There's still time. Somebody just ordered something. Somebody just said they got something coming. Who got something? Tasha. Yeah. Tasha got something. Yes. Yours is en route too.
Route, yep.
En route. Hers is en route. All right. My wife's stuff just came in. I got some stuff. We're going to work it out. So everybody check that out. It's going to be a great time. There's a lot of other great things going on this weekend. Free Marvin Sapp concert down at Centennial Plaza. I have the pleasure of hosting down there. And we're going to be live. And it's going to be a great time. And we're going to worship and have fun. And it's going to be amazing. So you guys check out all the great things, including the game. If you haven't gotten tickets to the game, please do. Tickets start at $29. Super cheap to come down to the Tom Benson Pro Football Hall of Fame field and be a part of this great weekend. The bands, the dancing, it's going to be a great time. The kind of stuff we don't always see in Canton, Ohio, so don't miss it, okay? Shout out to everybody who jumped in and everybody who shared. We're going to get started right after this quick intro. Maybe. Okay. So we're not going to have this quick intro. We're just going to keep going. But what we want to do is make sure that you guys share the broadcast. Did everybody share the broadcast? That's something that let me make sure I share too. I like to share too. It's important.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring,
and
right?
September is self-care month. So
is it?
Yes.
Even better. See, you guys know stuff that I didn't even know. I didn't even know all that. So it's also, we just realized that this month is Sisters Zanita. Give her the mic. Let's pass the
I'm
mic.
sorry.
Tony Ann is like, she's like, listen, this is mine.
No, this month is actually
Right. She was.
also Sistering September. So get with your sisters, figure out something good to do. It's also Self-Care Awareness Month. So get with your sisters and take care of each other, whatever way you can.
Love it, love it, love it. Let's make sure we're taking care of our sisters. My Sister's Oil, Tierney Parker. Shout out to her. She's one of your sisters.
She is.
Woo! Hey. Hey.
Hey, Tawana.
All right. She's in the group.
Tawana Campbell.
And Jasmine, too.
Tawana's here. Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine. I know so many wonderful people. What's up, Don? What's going on? What's going on? See, we just shouting people out. This is the shout out hour. Just jump in the comments. What's up, Stephanie? Glad you're here. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys who shared in the broadcast. Again, I think I see Terrence Jones in the comments. Jaquan, what's up? That's your son. We know Jay. What's up, Jay? Glad you're here. Thanks for checking this out. We have so much fun. You guys know what we're going to do here, just like every episode. Hey, what's up, Corinne Marie Tyndale, my lovely wife. Thank you for always being here. Sending love. What's up? What's up? Glad you're here. So what we're going to do, as always, you guys make sure you're sharing, make sure you're tagging people. You could just at somebody's name in the comments if you're on Facebook, and it will give them a personal notification that they need to be here today. We're going to have an opportunity also to find out how we can give back to this great organization. If you want to make a donation to help these ladies continue to do the great things that they're doing, please consider that today. We're going to tell you guys more ways you guys can do that today. So let's get started, ladies. We're going to go around. They're going to answer these questions and help us get to know their business and their purpose a little better. I want to start by knowing, how did this all get started?
So we basically started. It's a group of 8 women, and we basically had a group chat. And in the group chat, we just wanted to discuss how we could start a piggy bank for our group. So we're mothers. A lot of us are single. We have kids, and we wanted to make sure that we never lacked anything. Right. So if we did, we would step in and fill in the gap. Absolutely. And so it started like that. Eventually we were like, oh, this can be big. Maybe we can do the same concept for our community. Absolutely. And so we basically were kind of dragging our feet, you know how people do.
Yeah.
And originally it was
idea.
called, My Sister's Purse. And so we were using it in our group, and we would like help each other, and we would be sending like cash apps, or it'd be like My Sister's Purse. We would have a card, maybe give it to one of the girls, and we would sign it My Sister's Purse. Right. But we didn't understand that it could be bigger than that. So when we were dragging our feet, we finally are like, we really want to do this, right? So we went to try to make it official legally, and it was already in My Sister's Purse.
Oh, somebody had already took the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
They
like,
stole the dream.
if you out there, give it up. Just let it go. Give it back to these ladies. They were like,
Devastated
where did we
is the
start?
word.
Right.
I mean, we were
It
crushed.
really was. Y'all really were.
We
Like,
were-
this is
no,
a true
like,
story.
yeah,
Like,
we
no
were
joke.
Our feelings were
I think our
definitely
group chat
hurt.
didn't say 2 words.
Ugh.
It was like bad.
like, whew.
And so Essence was already dealing with her own thing, but she basically was fasting, and she went to God on our behalf. And she prayed about that thing, because we were like, why would you give us this? And, and take it away. Yeah. And he was God came back and was like, I didn't give y'all that.
Ooh.
Like, that's not,
He said, that was y'all. Y'all made that up. Y'all made that up.
That's what y'all wanted. And he was like, y'all supposed to be called My Sister's Oil. And I'm going to grant you the overflow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's basically how it started within our group of 8 ladies. And we just basically wanted to extend that same concept to our community.
Absolutely. I don't think any of us got any sleep that night. I remember the night, trust me, like it
Yeah.
was last night, when we discovered that My Sister's Purse was taken.
We stalked her page.
And yeah, we went. And if she sees this ever, then
Yes.
kudos to you.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, we were we were even inspired, if you remember.
Yes, we
And
were.
we shared some screenshots from her page because we were extremely inspired by what she was doing. But I think we have some in the group that do more pep talking than others, because I was shot down. I think a couple of us was just shot down that night. And we all went to sleep praying, I think. And I literally remember waking up the next morning and saying,
Yes, fasting and praying.
Absolutely. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, ladies, I got it. God gave
Wow.
it to me. Yeah. And that was it.
Whew.
My Sister's Oil was born.
Now, listen, let me tell y'all something. People don't often realize the power of the night. Like,
Oh, man.
God is trying to talk to us at night,
That's good.
and we be trying to sleep.
Absolutely.
And God said, I'll give my beloved rest. And what he's saying is like, I want you to rest, but I want you to rest with me. I want you to rest from the world, but I want you to engage me. I'm trying to take you into an unconscious experience where you're not conscious of the world, but you're conscious of what I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
And so often we just don't have a theology or a philosophy of it. So we just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And we just wake up and we be like, oh, I had a little funny dream last night, or I didn't dream.
Right.
And we do dream. We just don't engage it enough to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we remember what Jesus kept doing was he kept getting on the disciples because they kept falling asleep.
Oh, yeah.
They wasn't falling asleep during the day. It was because he was trying to get them to be engaged at night during the watches of the night. So it's so important for anybody out there who just heard that part of the story. I want you guys to start thinking about, instead of going to bed and going to sleep, think about going to rest, where you're going to go back and have an engagement with God and know that God is trying to engage you. He said, be still and know that I am God.
Be
And the
still
best
and know.
time to be still is at night, when you could be at rest and be engaging God. That's what God is trying to do. I'm so glad that came at that point, and that really speaks to so many people, I hope, that are thinking of your dream was dashed, and so many people quit. So what helped you guys? I'd love to hear from each of you. What helped you push through? Tasha, what helped you push through when you guys first got that news?
Well, of course it was these ladies. I'm a little bit more I'm the laid back one of the group. So, I'm always inspired by them. So they stayed engaged, like Essence said. She went to sleep and she came like, hey, this is it. So I'm riding with whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, if this is it, then this is what we're gonna do. Like, what can I do? Like, what is my position in all of this? Yeah. So
I love it. Essence, again, for you. So was it when you went to bed that night, were you like, God is gonna talk to me, or were you just like, I'm just gonna lay down and hope tomorrow we feel better?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I was totally and completely defeated because I think when you have something in your belly, it's like your baby, right? So when you have a vision or when you have a dream and you have it in your belly, that's your baby.
Right.
And when it's like naming your baby and then realizing somebody stole the name.
Wow.
Right.
And that it's not like I named him Jalen. They named him Jalen. I can still name my baby Jalen. Right. It's like
how it works.
Yeah.
No,
not
it's
legally.
like, no, it's taken.
Not legally.
It's legally taken, right?
Legally.
It's gone. That's gone.
It's legally taken.
Right.
And so myself personally, I think even after we had rested in the group chat, I think I'm sometimes the night owl of everyone, and then Z's the early bird. But I was continuing to stalk this lady's page, right?
Okay. With love.
With love.
Absolutely. With love from God. No malice.
No malicious intent by any means. It was with love because sometimes you look to see, dang, where did I drop the ball at, or where can I dig some ideas from her at? It's all done with love and intentional love. However, and then I continue to, if anybody has ever built a business, then you have to go through certain sources to make sure the name is available.
Yes.
So I just did my homework to make sure that name was indeed taken.
Oh, okay.
So, but I went to sleep that night and I prayed about it before I went to sleep. And as you said about dreams, sometimes you wake up and you're like, no, that was God for sure.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was God for sure. And another thing I wanted to add to, sometimes when you wake up in the middle of the night, use that time to talk to God.
Hold on to the table. Let's go. Because he's trying to talk to you.
Listen, if he wakes you up in the middle of the night, be still and keep your ear to the heavens and listen out for what he's trying to say to you. Because I know a lot of times when we're going through stuff, we're stressed out. And it wakes us up in the middle of the night and we have those sleepless nights and we're laying there worrying about whatever it is on our heart. I dare you to just give whatever that is to God, and he gonna fix that when you wake up.
Be intentional.
So he fixed that thing when I woke up.
Oh, he fixed that thing. She engaged God. I love that. I love that. I love that. I want to hear from you too as well. I love that we're sleepless, we're restless, we're waking up, and God is like, this is my time when you ain't nothing else going on. I'm trying to talk in the still of the night. He's like, what's up? Oh, you're listening now. You're still enough. The kids are quiet. The house is quiet. I'm trying to talk to you. That stress, that anxiety, use that to engage me. I'm still trying to talk to you. I love that. Tony Ann.
For me, I was defeated, but I'm always positive, Patty. So I am the person that always just finds okay, guys, I know he gave this to us, but maybe that's just not the name. That's just not it.
He's infinite. He's a creator.
They're like, no, we just looked at it. We just searched it. We just did this. It wasn't taken. Okay. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to just go to him and we're going to figure it out. Because I just knew he wouldn't give, everybody was on the same accord. It was in our belly. This has to come to birth. We have to birth this. This has to be born.
Right.
And so I just knew, I ain't never felt this passionate about anything. And so I was just he wouldn't have gave me this. Lord, I'm not even going Lord, No, Lord.
Dad.
Listen,
wait.
Why you give us this?
Up?
Why you dangle it and then take it away? That's not fair. Don't do that.
Don't do that again.
Okay?
Don't do that.
So that was for me. I had a positive outlook. So I just knew
it's going to work out.
Something's going to come. You know, whether we had to sit and the turnaround wasn't going to be that fast, it might not have happened like that.
Right.
Maybe we had to be in the wilderness and just and just be.
That wilderness is real, right?
Real.
It's real. People be playing. Everybody want God. Don't nobody want to go through the wilderness and desert experience. They be like, I want the Lord. Okay, you got to go through your stuff. Zanita, what about you?
Okay, so this has been personal, super personal for me. This whole sistering was birthed from my cousin Michelle Reynolds from Florida, who passed away last year from liver cancer, but her thing was living in purpose, on purpose. So this was our form of sistering, and again, it's Sistering September, so get with your girls and do something. Right. But so this was our form of sistering, and living, this was our purpose, and throughout her whole journey with cancer, she beat triple negative breast cancer, and she fought and praised through liver cancer, taught us faith unwavering.
Wow.
So there was absolutely no way with one small hiccup with anything that I could ever give up on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is my purpose.
Yes,
This is
I
living
love it.
in purpose, on
Yes.
purpose.
Yeah.
This is sistering. This is whatever way that I can. We're going to make this happen, and we're going to give, and we're going to love, and we're going to pray. We're going to do everything that God puts in front of us to do for whomever we can. We're going to do it.
Yes. Do it afraid.
Do it
Amazing.
afraid.
Do it afraid.
And we're going to praise through. We're going to pray
Yes.
through. We're going to cry through. We're going to do whatever we have to do.
Gonna get
But we're
through
going to
it.
make it work. We're going to get through it. Yes.
I love that.
Piggybacking off of that, because of her cousin, who we know through Zanita.
Exactly.
We and some of us never even met personally. We learned how to be in the ministry of sistering. She taught us that,
Wow.
and so it was just like, why would we keep this contained just with us? Like,
Right,
why
right.
wouldn't we
Right.
put that out for everyone else to see?
I
We
love
have that overflow.
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
That oil. Yes.
Yes, that's sister's oil. It's the oil runneth over. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so important, as you guys are saying about sistering. We need community. We need common unity. The city you live in, everybody around you is not in common unity with you, but we call it our community, and we wonder why there's so much discord and fighting. It's because we're not coming together and really sharing these types of stories. It's because we're not coming together with this type of purpose. What you ladies have done is so powerful. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on. People often say women can't work together.
Thinking about
Yeah.
I do. I can feel your despair. I felt it coming. Women can't work together. Women don't get along. Women are catty and all that. And women say it more than men. Men be like, I don't know. They seem fine to me. I don't know. But what are your thoughts on breaking that mindset and that stigma?
Yeah, absolutely. That's so funny. I had a conversation with someone today about that. If you will, especially in the Black community amongst Black women, because a lot of times we are publicized as being catty and fighting one another and not loving on one another. And I think the basis for My Sister's Oil, and even before we became My Sister's Oil, is we're sisters.
We are.
We're
Yeah.
sisters.
Absolutely.
We love each other. We bring 8 different personalities to the group. Very strong personalities. We got some laid back personalities,
Okay.
but we all bring good personality to the group. But we value what each person brings to the group.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We do, and we know how to sit back and listen to each other. We know how to take constructive criticism, because we know at the end of the day, we're not doing it for ourselves. We are doing this because God put us on an assignment. And at the end of the day, it humbles us.
Yes.
it keeps
And
us
it's always
grounded.
coming from a place of love
It is.
It is.
Absolutely.
amongst us. Like
Yeah.
it's always a place of love that it's coming from.
Yeah. Someone said community, common unity.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Shout out to Dr.
Yes.
Anthony Roman. Thank you so much for being here. He's actually the one who taught me that term, common unity. He was like,
Yes.
he's like, it's not just community. We think it's just our neighbors, and it's like love your neighbor as yourself. That guy next door may not be somebody safe to bring around you or your kids or whatever.
Yes.
So that is not literally what it meant. It meant neighbors as in the kingdom of God. Once we're in the kingdom, now we start looking at each other as neighbors. If you're not in the kingdom, I can't love you. Like, I can't give you my last. I can't do everything for you. I have to be careful because I'm supposed to save that for those in the family of God.
Absolutely.
So common unity, but God's desire is that all would come into the family of God, and so I may do things to help people come in to the family, into the kingdom, and then we can then what's mine is yours, because it is truly common unity. So as you guys talk about this, being a bridge of hope, what does that mean? Being a bridge of hope for you guys, what does that mean?
It's actually being a bridge of help.
Okay, well, the paper says hope.
Help.
So you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be a bridge of hope, a bridge of help, a bridge of everything. You need. All right, listen. They were like, we don't want a bridge hope. They were all quiet. They were like, we don't do that here. Next question. They were like, no. We bring help. If you need something, ask us. Tangible stuff. If you need hope, cry by yourself. That is not our ministry. All right, so they're gonna.
It's definitely our ministry.
All right, okay, just a second. Y'all don't slow down. Don't freeze up on me next time I ask a question like that. Made me nervous. Okay,
No.
so help, hope. Call it what you want.
Actually, we do.
Yes.
Do. In all sincerity, we do. We're a bridge of help. and hope.
Okay, we're gonna add that. We try to add that to the. Okay, we're gonna add it.
We're a bridge of help and hope. And basically what that means is, so when we got started, as Tony Ann spoke about in the beginning, it was all about initially financial help. We had this piggy bank idea. If you need gas money that day, if you need help with the electric bill, gas bill, whatever, bring it to your sisters first. Let's see what
Okay.
we can do.
Yes.
But as we started to grow and this thing started to develop, we realized that we're more than just a piggy bank. Okay,
Yes.
we're a wealth of knowledge, we're a wealth of love, we're a wealth of prayers, we're a wealth of hope and help. So when we said that if we don't have it, we would be the bridge and help you get it. Because there are so many resources in the community, and I'll kick this one over to Tasha afterwards, but there are so many different resources in the community that not everyone knows about. So you may feel comfortable coming to me about something, but I may not be able to help you. But being a bridge means that I know somebody who can, or I know somebody
Yes.
that knows somebody
Absolutely.
that knows
All
somebody.
right, I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
being someone that works in the nonprofit industry, and I've been here for 5 years, it's easy for me to kind of look into those resources or events that I'm in and be mindful of what's available in our community. So even if someone hasn't reached out to us, but then, if we're on social media and we see someone that's in need, and I'm like, hey, I can shoot this over to them. And then, we can go to our sisters and say, hey, let's pray about this. Let's pray about this person because they are in need. So just being that bridge and opening up the resources to the community. I've had people reach out to me, inbox me. We run the idea by one another to see if anyone has any knowledge in that area. And, we do what we can.
Absolutely. And this is probably a good pinpoint to highlight confidentiality.
Yes.
So because people are becoming aware of My Sister's Oil, and we are becoming a bridge of help and in different scenarios, whether it be financial or, hey, like, I heard y'all pray and I need y'all to pray for me, right? We definitely foster confidentiality. It's definitely one of our it's one of our goals. It's what we
Right.
stand on.
Yes.
We take pride in confidentiality. So I know that a lot of you know us from just around, it's a small community of people, but we take what we do very, very seriously. We take it to heart. Because we would never want God to snatch anything from us that
Exactly.
He gave to us. So if there's something that you need, but you're just scared about, I don't want everybody in my business. Listen, your secret or your prayer is safe with My Sister's Oil.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's so important because people want to bring their problems, their concerns to people, but they're like, again, can I trust them? Sometimes you may trust the church or the pastor or whoever, but just a group like this is like, well, I don't know. They know so many ladies. They know people who know people. They know my people. I may ask you to pray about something that is not only impacts me, but impacts others that I know.
Absolutely.
And now you know their situation. Why was that something that was so important for you guys to put in?
Because we've been in situations. We've been in situations where we needed somebody to pray something off of us, and where we've gone to each other. And everybody may not have that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You may be to your wit's end where I don't have nobody else. I don't have anyone else to go to. So we pray. We pray every time when we meet before. At the end,
Yes.
we pray. We talk to God about our stuff. So we want somebody to be able to intercede
Yes.
for us, and we want to be that bridge to intercede for someone else as well.
I love that.
I think on top of that, sometimes you want to talk to somebody that's relatable. So sometimes I'm like, God, why us? And He's like, why not? So sometimes we don't think we're at a place that we can pray over somebody, but we're going to be obedient.
Right.
We didn't start out thinking like, oh, people are going to come to us and want prayer, but obedience is key. And He said, I can still use you.
Yeah.
You might not be where you think you should be, but I'm
Right.
still going to
Hey,
use you right where you at.
right.
So I'd like to, let people know, like, we're here. We're not here to tell your business. We're not here. But if you need something, we have been through it all. 8 women have been through it
Yes.
all.
Absolutely.
And so when we are gathered together, listen, we are in agreement, and we are focused on trying to get whatever you are going through to the Lord. So we are taking Essence, Tasha, Zanita, Tony, and we're taking ourselves out of it. Yes. And it's all about like the Lord is using us.
That's so amazing. That's so important. There was a question, Stephanie Talbert. Hello. Thank you for being here. She asked, is it open to join? Can other women get involved at this point? Is that something for the future? What are your thoughts?
So I think we're still kind of working out the kinks on that. we are trying to figure out what, like, if we're gonna have an MSO family or that is sisters,
brothers.
that is
Okay.
brothers.
Hey,
It's
you gotta
definitely
kind of
coming.
be a brother. Okay. I'm trying to be the first honorary brother in the sisterhood.
That is coming along with merchandise, things like that. People have been asking, like, can we get some shirts?
Yeah.
And we don't want to say no, so we're looking into that. We didn't even think that's see, God
God,
is intentional.
that is
He's
hard,
intentional.
right?
He's
He's
intentional.
that we
He's
were
intentional.
on.
Always
Like,
provide
God
for
is
his stuff.
intentional. He's so intentional.
So when God brings it to you, like, we're trying to work it out as we're going along. So.
Yeah. So one thing that we have been doing, we have an event. We do have a volunteer sign up. So before we start branching out and growing My Sister's Oil as an organization, we will look for volunteers for different events. So admin at mysistersoil.org. It's ADMIN at mysistersoil.org. If one of our ladies that's on, or Amanda, looks like she's on it, could type that into the chat. Feel free to email us there and let us know if you would like to be a volunteer, and we would definitely, and your availability maybe, or what things you would like to volunteer for.
Yes.
And we would definitely put you on our list of volunteers. But as Tony Ann said, we are in the process of building a My Sister's Oil family. God is bigger than we can ever
Yes,
imagine.
yes.
He truly is. And so we're trying to catch up with what he's doing.
Yes.
So be patient with us.
I
as we
love
do
that. So you guys reach out to him at admin at mysistersoil.org. Check that out if you guys want to volunteer. Great way to get involved. We don't have to wait until we're in, but they can be involved. So there's other ladies already involved though?
Yes.
Okay, so can you guys shout out some of the other ladies? You may be out there watching. If you are,
They're
jump on
there.
here. You guys, if you're watching on Facebook, wherever you're at, hit the hearts, hit the likes, check it out. Tell somebody else there's still time. Tag somebody, call somebody, text somebody, say, what are you doing? Are you watching the show? Go to Lucas Live Media so you guys can check this out. We've also shared it to our personal pages so you guys can check it out there as well. Shout out some of the other ladies. You guys, who else is involved in this?
Terrania Parker is
Shout
one
out
of
to
our
Terrania.
sisters. Hey, Terrania.
Hey,
What's up?
Ternia.
Tawana Thompson.
There she is. Tawana Thompson. Where you at? Where you at?
She said, hey,
That's
girl,
okay.
hey.
Amanda, y'all keep shouting. Who else?
Hey,
Who
girl,
else?
hey.
LaJoanna Austin. Did we
Yep.
say LJ?
LaJohna,
LJ.
Garner. Yep.
And our Jasmine Gardner.
Jasmine.
Jasmine is our long distance sister.
She
is
is.
in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she stays active with us. We love you, Jazz.
Jasmine. Amazing.
And there's Tawana.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back. We're going to try. We had a little technical difficulty earlier. If we have one again, we're just going to keep it moving and we'll shout out our sponsors. But check out these quick sponsors and we'll be right back.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, the process can be stressful. Why not have an expert help you take the guesswork out? Brianna Lehman, realtor at Keller Williams Legacy Group, treats all of her clients as if they're her only one. She works diligently to ensure that every real estate transaction is stress-free and pleasant. She builds lasting relationships with her clients because her job does not end when the deal does. Contact Brianna today to discuss your buying or selling options at 330-265-9079.
Are you looking to give your vehicle a luxury upgrade? Look no further, we have just the right touch. Flawless Touch Window Tinting has professional technicians who will enhance the appearance of your vehicle through window tinting, auto detailing, or audio installation while maintaining the integrity of your vehicle. To inquire or schedule your appointment, call or text 234-410-6857. Flawless Touch Window Tinting, professional installation with affordable pricing.
At Epitomize University, we can guarantee success because we know the keys that make success predictable. Dr. Anthony Roman personally walks people through this process at Epitomize University. This year, his mission is to help several people make six figures. We're offering a special price of $100 a month to learn in a live virtual class instructed by Dr. Roman himself. Class begins on Monday, May 17th. So take the first step of completely changing your life this year by signing up today at successepitomize.com.
Thank you guys. I hope you guys checked out those great sponsors. I hope you guys consider using them. Don't just watch the sponsors. Check them out. If you need any of those services, please, they help us do this great thing and bring on great people like we have here today. Essence, I've known you for some years.
Yes.
We met at McKinley Early Childhood Center. Your
Yes.
kids was there, and I
Yes.
was there with the kids. I met everybody. I met half the people in the city working with kids. Still love kids, and it was such a pleasure doing that. And then we ran into each other a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And you shared some things about some things that you had gone through that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't caught wind of it. I didn't know of it. Do you mind sharing with our audience kind of what you went through last year?
Yeah. So in May of 2020, I was diagnosed with adenoid cystic carcinoma, which was mind blowing. I mean, of course, nobody ever expects. I was healthy. I felt good for the most part. I was just having some off symptoms, just some headaches and earache.
Sure.
So it's adenoid cystic carcinoma of the parotid gland, which is basically oral cancer. And it really just kind of stopped my life. It did. It kind of stopped because the first thing you do is like, okay, I have kids. And I need to make sure I'm around for my children.
Yes.
So you do whatever it takes to try to take care of yourself and prolong your life, because of course that's the first thing that crosses your mind is that ugly word cancer, and whether or not that's what's coming to take me out. But listen, my faith, that's all I got.
How was it before, during, and after? Help us understand that. Your faith.
My faith. Oh,
Yes, your faith.
okay. So my faith has always been strong.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've always been able to stand on is my relationship with God. I tell people all the time, and Tony Ann and I have had this conversation, and I believe Jazz myself too. Everybody knows one version of Essence or a couple versions of Essence, whether it's funny Essence or serious Essence or Essence that don't play a little bit, Essence that might get into a couple things. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, my relationship with God is solid.
Yeah.
It's solid. So it didn't waver at all. What it did, though, is get stronger. Because one thing you do is when you go through something like that, you go to God and say, what is it that you're trying to get me to see through this journey?
Wow.
Who is it that's going to cross my path that I'm going to help through this journey? Why are you trying to slow me down? That I may be going through something like this. And it's just become stronger. And I think my girls know, like, no matter what version of me you know, that's the primary thing that you're going to get from me. You're going to get me talking about God and my relationship with him and how he's been my rock through absolutely everything. So he was my rock before. He was most definitely my rock during. And that's my homeboy now.
Yeah, okay, y'all cool now.
That's,
Real close
that's my
now.
homeboy now.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Some things you said, I made a note of it. What did he want you to see? You said, who does he want you to help? And I could hear God saying, who did he want you to see? Because sometimes we're going through life and we don't see people that God is trying to
Absolutely.
show us. Like, you didn't see this person who may be going through this before, but now that you've gone through it, I'm sure any cancer patient or survivor now, you see them differently.
Absolutely.
And then why did he want you to see the things that you're seeing, and what is the purpose? Ladies, as you guys saw her dealing with this, where was the process of My Sister's Oil? Had that started? Was that after? What was the process like? When did that start? And then I want to hear how you guys felt as this was going on.
I think we were kind of in the middle of launching My Sister's Oil. Yeah, because I remember, and I may have shared with you, I went through 30 rounds of radiation, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. And I remember talking to God mostly when you're on the table and just having conversations with him. And a lot of time I would pray and he would give me stuff, and I would be up late at night, looking at stuff, sending stuff to the group, just up. You know what I'm saying? Just up, Googling stuff and looking up organizational type stuff. So I believe My Sister's Oil was in my belly. I believe an organization was in my belly. I believe just helping to get us off the ground was in my belly. Amongst other things, I think he slowed me down to see myself. I think he slowed me down to see myself, because going through something like that, it'll humble you for sure. Yeah. It'll humble you for sure. It allows you to see life through a more narrow lens. It's so precious. It's so precious. So I'm still enjoying life. I don't think it didn't slow me down. It may have stumbled a little bit.
I may not be moving as fast as I used to move. But
I also got the opportunity to, when I was going through radiation, talk to a stranger in the waiting room whose son young adult son had brain cancer, and he was going through radiation, and she was holding a rosary, and she was in tears. And I got a chance to tell her about God.
That's so powerful.
Yeah. So I've been able to have conversations with people and tell them
who you were supposed to see, right? It was
who.
some people
That
you were
was my
supposed to
who.
see.
That was my
That was your
who.
who. That's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So you guys launched this thing, and then Essence, I mean, clearly she's a force, right? She brings a lot to the group, right? You feel her, and then she says, something is attacking me, and you're like, okay, where are we at? What was it like for you, Tony?
For me, I mean, of course you're sad, but I know I know Essence Faith. So
Okay.
Essence was my very first friend. So it's just like I've known her
Wow.
since the day she's poked me in my eye.
Oh, wait, you want to
here
tell
we
us the
go.
story? What had happened? Wait a minute. Why was there eye poking going on?
That's
She
just
just
her.
walked
Yep.
up and
That's just her.
touched your eyeball? Okay. I don't know what that was. All right, that
But
was just her at
she-
6. Okay. All right.
She's just
The Lord has
she
changed her.
she is literally just one of those people that has always just known what God called them to do. So that is contagious. You want that.
Yes.
Like, oh, well, dang, Lord, don't
Right.
forget about me.
Right.
Don't forget about
Some of
me.
that.
Let me get some of your oil, girl. Let me get some of your oil.
She always had that oil.
She always been oily, okay? She always been oily.
She got oily.
And so
People don't usually be happy. She said, I got oily skin. I'm oily in the Lord. All right.
So I knew that it was gonna work out. Just based off of how now, if she would have been a complete disaster, we might have had to like put her boots on. Like, okay,
Oh, she falling apart.
Lord,
That would
she
have
falling
shocked you,
apart,
right?
right?
Because that's not like
because that's not her.
Okay.
I mean, she literally. She's not gonna go with just what the doctors were saying.
Okay.
She's like, no, I
Listen,
know the doctor of
I'm
all
about to
doctors.
get me
okay?
started.
Like
I'm about to jump up
I
now.
know what he said. I know
Right.
what he told me, and I know I can be healed from this. And so,
Yes.
since that was already in the atmosphere, and that's what she brought. That's how we moved. You know.
Okay.
So I mean, and she didn't exclude us. She kept us in the know. And even if she didn't tell all of us at one time, maybe she told Zanita or she talked to Zanita about something, or maybe she talked to Tawana, and then we would all bring it back.
Right.
So it was, I mean, we were there when she rung that bell.
Wow. That's
We were
amazing.
literally like
Okay.
there.
Yes.
And so that was huge for us, like tears, and we were happy and we were praising God. She praised God through it all. So it's just like, I mean,
How can we not?
How can
How
you
can
be
we
down?
not?
Can we not?
Tasha, what was your feeling?
Oh, I
Nishi?
was devastated. Like I was so hurt.
Yeah.
I was scared. And I'm not one to like hide my feelings per se. Like I'm gonna feel how I feel until I don't feel that way anymore.
Right.
Like Tony Ann, Essence was one of my first friends from when she couldn't come to my house despite the fact that she was like literally in my backyard. She wasn't allowed to walk to my house.
Okay.
There
All right, it was
nothing
too
but
far
grass
away.
in between us.
Too far. Too far. Nothing but grass between us. And
So
the Lord
I
made a way.
think it was just
Yes.
watching Zanita and her journey with Shelly, and then this coming to us, and
Wow.
I'm like I have faith, but I'm still scared.
Yeah. That's.
But I knew, like Tony
Yeah,
Ann said,
yeah.
like Essence will
Natural.
persevere.
she
Like she's just not gonna go down without a fight. Period.
I love that.
And she brought that to us. So I had to piggyback off of that. Like she's here, she's strong.
Yes.
She's fighting through this. She's staying in communication with us. Like pick myself back up. Like I'm
Right.
scared. I think I shared that with Tony Ann.
She did.
I'm
You
like
know.
I just don't know what to do. But here we are.
Here we are.
she is.
Yes.
Stronger than ever, persevering.
Powerful, powerful. Zanita. So
I don't think I ever
Zanita.
told you that.
Okay, all right. It's love. It's sisterhood here today on Lucas Live. We love that. Zanita, so let's talk about, you lost your cousin. What was the time frame of that? It wasn't long before, or
Well,
was it?
it was
after?
during.
Wow.
Y'all not gonna make me cry.
We appreciate
I'm
you
a
sharing.
crybaby,
It's
okay?
We can
No,
share
but
here.
it's crazy because even while Michelle was going through, after she had got diagnosed with liver cancer, I think I screenshotted it and sent it to you.
Yeah.
I had mentioned, because it was a year before where we initially knew something was going on. And I'm the one like more medical, so of course we would have conversations and I would be looking up stuff, looking up doctors, like you got to check their training. You got to check everything.
Right.
We're not playing around.
Right.
So Michelle was going through her stuff and she still text and hey, what happened with your friend and what's going on with her?
Wow.
So 2020 was crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
to say the least.
Right. On
Lost
top of everything.
we lost Sheldon, Pastor Sheldon,
Right.
and through his whole thing with his heart transplant, let this grow your faith.
Right.
Trust God.
Yes.
That was like our
He was
mantra.
still speaking life as he was going
yes,
through it.
yes. So trust
Absolutely.
God. Let this grow your faith. Then Michelle praised God, like I said, all the way through. Like she listen, whatever he had in store for her, that was hers. So I felt like God was preparing me to deal with Essence and help her fight through. Now my cup is always half full. Like sometimes I get knocked down, but I will find something, a sunshine, a little butterfly and anything. Essence be on me because she'd be like, somebody will knock you over your head. And you will be like, you know what? But they probably was going through something. And,
They had to do it.
so even through it though, I was hurt. Like, God, come on. We struggling down here.
Right.
But it was through the same time that Essence was going through her stuff. But I still wanted to see every scar. I wanted to see everything. No, send me a picture. Through everything. I was up. I might be up at 3. I might be up at 4. If she texts me or I text her, we answering each other.
Yep.
There was a time
I
where
knew it.
she couldn't move her arm.
Yeah. I had surgery on this one.
And she was scheduled to go to start therapy the next day.
Yeah.
And she was up, and I don't know why that time where God wakes you up.
Yep.
And it was probably
Watches it
4
again.
or 5 o'clock in the morning.
It was.
And she texts me, and I'm sitting here looking at my phone, and she said my arm is moving. I done jumped up out the bed
Yeah.
in full praise
That's so beautiful.
because God was healing her.
Yeah.
And even if I was God healed eternally Michelle, but I knew that Essence was going to be okay and stronger to help us continue what he set us out to do with MSL.
That's
So, listen.
Wow. So powerful. I love so many of the things that you guys said here. One, again, this sisterhood is not something that just popped up yesterday. This ain't some microwave sisterhood. We decided we all had a skill set, so we came together. And I was like, we picked each other off the fence like it was kickball. We're gonna take you. I see some of your posts. No, not you. Stay over there.
You got a strong kick. You can.
Right. Come on, you kick real good, right? You can catch. We're gonna play kickball. You guys have a sisterhood that's been growing for many years.
Yes.
It's family. It's love. It's not something that you guys are. Our producer saying, "Grab your mic." Somebody hold the mic at least. Somebody hold the mic is what she's saying. So that's so powerful, and I love the thought. And we had a special episode this past Sunday with a lady who almost lost her son in a tragic car accident. His best friend died in the accident, and he was 30 days in the hospital. He doesn't remember any of it, and he went through so many surgeries. The doctors were just like, "Your son's not going to make it," basically. But God. And they trusted God, and they believed in God, and they did not believe the report of the doctor.
Absolutely.
They believed the report of the Lord.
Absolutely.
And we get so trained to believe in authorities, and then we see things like police brutality and other things, and we're still surprised when people mess up.
Yeah.
And we're still shocked that even doctors mess up.
Yeah.
The medical journal don't know what to do with what God is doing. They didn't read about it in school. They don't. It's not there. It's just not there. And so to all the and I always want to give all the love in the world to the medical professionals, because my mom was a nurse, my sister is a nurse, my aunt is a nurse. Like, I know when your heart is right and your heart is in it and your heart is to God. That's the nurse I want. That's the doctor I want. I
Are you a believer?
So what do you believe in? They're like, I believe in medical book X. You go ahead and leave. I want the one that believe in the word of God, right?
That actually happened to me. And I love this part of the story because when I first found out after the biopsy that it was cancer, I wasn't comfortable with the initial procedure that was scheduled. And I remember one word from hearing the doctor translate to his nurse what the procedure was going to be. And I remember sitting at my desk, I was working from home, and the Spirit said, Google this word. And I Googled it, and I read up on it, and I found a doctor in Los Angeles, California. And I laid on my face, and I'm like, God, what are you trying to do? Like, why are you leading me this way? And I found some testimonials about this doctor, And I knew that I knew that I knew, Lucas. I knew that there was no wavering on this.
Wow.
I knew that I knew that I knew. So my first procedure was in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
You flew to Los Angeles because God said
I flew
that's
to
the
Los,
one you need.
yeah, I flew to Los Angeles twice. And Jasmine, my sister, she
Okay.
went out to Los Angeles with me for a week to have testing done.
Wow.
That's a sister.
That's a sister.
That's a sister.
Yep, for a week to have testing done, and then I flew out a couple weeks later. It was right before Michelle passed, and that was heavy because when you're going through something like that, and you see something like that happen in front of you, the devil tries to poke at you.
Oh yeah.
It makes you think like you see, and
See,
I'm like,
right. She had faith.
but listen,
She
her
believed.
faith was that strong all the way through. She praised all the way through.
Yeah.
So it's like, nope, Satan, not here.
Yep.
Not here. You're going to have to try somebody else. So I know that God is the doctor first.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so important. To everybody out there watching, stay tuned. We have so much more to talk about. I hope this has been a blessing to you guys. And we want My Sister's Oil to be something that continues to bless you. Tawana says, Essence.
Was worried about losing my hair.
Was worried about losing her hair and radiation. I told her these folks don't know how your beautician has hands blessed by God. We'll grow it back, she said.
And that she did.
That she did. All right.
Yes, she did.
That is so real.
So real.
That is so real.
yeah,
If we believe there's nothing impossible to God and nothing impossible for God, literally God can grow hair back. God can, if he can raise the dead, he can raise anything, right?
Absolutely.
And he
Hair
was,
follicles.
he can, right? He can raise them dead follicles. He can raise dead people. He can raise dead follicles. And if God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, we're not reading a book of ancient history of a God that did stuff that he doesn't do anymore.
Absolutely.
Like there's the book of Essence. Like somebody in the future could read the book of Essence. They could read the book of My Sister's Oil and know who God is because they read the story of what he did in your lives.
Absolutely.
And if we thought about that, if we lived like that, it would change the world literally.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shahidra Strong on here, to everybody jumping in the comments. I know Jasmine is still on there. My lovely wife, Corinne Marie Tyndale, welcome. Thank you for being here. I can just see some of you guys. We want to thank you guys for your continued engagement, continued participation. He can raise them follicles.
Yes, he
Listen now, Lord. Now listen, I likes my bald head, but you know, we can do it just as an experiment, God, just to show the people what you can do. I'm willing to do it, Lord, if you want to do it. So it's so exciting to know what God has done. We're going to continue to talk about My Sister's Oil. We're going to talk a little bit about the power, again, of women. We're going to talk a little bit about being a nonprofit and what that means. We're also going to give you guys an opportunity to donate. If you guys give to this organization, what you're doing is helping put money in the piggy bank. If you remember, when they started, it started as My Sister's Purse because they were just literally for each other. Like, you need something, let's pull our money together and let's figure it out. Let's make sure that bill gets paid, that thing gets done, that whatever happens. And they want to take this further and further. So you have an opportunity to give to something right here that can literally make a difference. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back. You guys stay tuned. We're super excited to finish this story in just a minute. Okay, we lied again about the commercial break for some reason. Okay, let me shout out our sponsors. See, our producers, don't forget to shout them out. We got the names right here. Shout out to Pristine Steam Wash, Aaron Dukes, the wonderful husband of our producer, Amanda Jean Dukes, great friend of mine. Wonderful business. If you need your car detailed, area rugs done, or other things, reach out to him. He has a mobile business. He comes to you. It's steam. It's clean. It's what you need. Your kids is out of the car now because, they back to school and you want to get that car cleaned up. Get that car cleaned up inside and out. Don't let them keep them little milkshakes out of my car. Keep your Frosty out there. Keep it out the car. He'll get that all cleaned up. Car seats, other things. People wanting to keep their car sanitized also because of any illness. He can take care of that for you. Also, shout out to LNG Landscaping. Shout out to, and he also does area rugs. Our producer and something in carpentry. I don't know what she just said. Our producer, furniture. Okay, furniture. I thought she said carpenters. I'm like, what are you talking about? So our producer is here, making sure we keep Pristine Steam Wash in there. Make sure you guys know that's Pristine Steam Wash. Check them out at pristinesteamwash.com. Also, LNG's Landscaping. If you guys are looking for landscaping, it's coming to the fall season. A year ago, 2 years ago, my wife said, I'm never touching another leaf. and we got a bunch of trees. And I said, well, I'm not touching leaves either then. If you ain't touching leaves, we ain't going out there messing with leaves. The Lord will make a way. Shout out to our guy, Leo Howard, and his service. If you guys are interested, somebody else said, y'all know Leo, right? That's a good guy. See, shout out to Leo and LNG's Landscaping. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show. And if you guys don't want to touch another leaf, he can take care of you for reasonable pricing. Check him out. Reach out to him. If you don't know him, reach out to me and I can help you get connected. And shout out to Jessica Danielle Nails at the Nail Bar. Shout out to her, JessicaDanielleNails.com. Does all kinds, it's art. I don't even know. It's just all kinds of art going on with what the nails is happening. I don't even know, right? So shout out to her. They also have something called permanent makeup. As soon as I heard that, I was fascinated. I was like, I don't know what that means. You know, you're like,
Get your eyebrows tattooed on.
is that what it is? Is that, okay, I didn't even know. Okay, is that a thing?
Eyeliner.
That's real.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like, you
even
really
know.
wake up like
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was about to say.
Like,
The guy be like, he be calling his friend. She really wake up like this. I promise you now. She took her hair off, but all that makeup stayed. Her makeup stayed. All right, okay. I don't know, but the makeup was still there. It was still there in the morning. All right, so shout out to Jessica Danielle at JessicaDanielleNails.com. And we're back. That was our commercial break. You see how that worked out still? We can outrun technology, right? We got this. We got this. All right. Nonprofit. Generating funds. How do you guys go about generating funds?
Okay, so like we said, we are a nonprofit. So the funds that we raise, you guys will see that we have different fundraisers. Coffee Fridays. Coffee Fridays is our favorite, and we haven't done it a lot over the summer, but this Friday, actually, we're going to resume Coffee Fridays, and we have some people that have still even been giving, even through us not posting our Coffee Fridays, and we appreciate you guys so much for your faithfulness to our thing.
Right. Right here. Right.
But so Coffee Fridays, we asked that. And with the monies that you would normally buy your coffee, your $5 coffee from Starbucks or couple, it's like what, $3 at Dunkin'?
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever
Throw it
your
in the
monies
pot.
that you use for your coffee on Fridays or whatever God puts on your heart to give.
Absolutely.
We ask that you donate to My Sister's Oil. And a lot of people use our Cash App, which is the $ for My Sister's Oil. And then we have
FOR.
For My Sister's Oil. All right.
it's capital. That's what she's asking, I think,
Yeah,
maybe.
For My Sister's Oil. Cash App, $.
It's
for My
it's
Sister's
$
Oil.
lowercase
Yep.
f, capital M, capital S, capital O for
yeah.
My Sister's Oil.
Somebody type that in the chat. Somebody who's
One
part
of the
organization.
sisters.
Our girl Amanda is on
Yeah,
it.
one of the
She's on
sisters.
it.
Put that in there.
There we go.
All right.
We got it.
You got a producer.
Okay.
Make stuff happen.
So that's our Cash App, and then our PayPal.
My
is
Sister's Oil Incorporated.
My Sister's Oil Inc.
Yep.
And that'll be in the
correct.
comments as well, because I know one of our sisters got our back.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, so we do that on Fridays. We do it when you can do it any Friday you like, but a lot of times we try to tag it to whatever we're working on for the month.
Yes.
And we try to focus on a certain demographic for the month, because at first when we first started doing this and we're like, okay, we're going to do Coffee Fridays, we didn't want anyone to be like, okay, for what?
Why are we giving you money?
Why are we giving you $5?
Right.
So, we didn't want anyone to be apprehensive about that, but we also were like, God knows our heart.
Yes.
And, the people that know us know
Yeah. He'll
that
touch the right heart.
it will touch
he
the
will.
right
He
heart.
will.
Exactly. So, but Coffee Friday is one of our favorites. So we put that in the pot. We put that towards, if we're giving to whoever is in need,
That's awesome.
And then a lot of it comes from our pockets.
Wow.
It does.
Some of us
Right now.
still, even on our Fridays, on our Coffee Fridays, we still just have, it's like paying tithes,
Yep.
Whatever God puts on your heart to do, that's a
Yes.
form of tithing. So some of us still put that in. And
Yep.
and basically we're still working on our 501c3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to be officially nonprofit, but that's a process. So we're still working on that
Yep.
to be able to get grants in different kind of funds.
Right.
So as for now,
coming,
it's
though.
it's coming. It's absolutely coming. So community involvement it plays a big part
Yeah.
on what we're doing. And then, like we said, God has blessed us.
Yeah.
You know, God has blessed us tremendously.
Yeah.
We still need each other's help sometime, but we still are able to bless other people, and we do that whenever we can.
Yep. While you were speaking, I seen Tiki pop up. She is one of our avid givers. So even when we were, thank you, Tiki. We love you so much. We appreciate you. She, even when we weren't doing Coffee Fridays, Tiki was still giving, and that's one of the people that God touched her heart, and she continues to sow into My Sister's Oil. And we always said we won't throw names out there, but I see her name. Not everybody wants to be mentioned. So Tiki, you can get on me later if you didn't want your name mentioned. But just as Anita was saying, we have people that just sow into us because they are they believe in our mission. They believe in our mission. Absolutely. Yeah.
And we've also gotten rid of our own personal items by opening a store on what's the app? I was just gonna say that.
We do Macari.
I just
Absolutely.
saw that. I just saw a commercial for that.
Yeah, we do Macari and Poshmark, so we raise money that way. So you have stuff sitting around your house. We do. We purses, shoes, clothes. So
We put them on the app.
we put them out there.
So people can donate that. And then you got, or I don't know if y'all have done it yet, but I mean, I'm
We
thinking somebody out there got some stuff they want to donate.
use our
Absolutely,
own
but
personal
we use
items.
our own personal items.
But
Yep.
if my wife got an extra purse or two, and I want to reach out to one of you guys and give it,
Yep.
you guys can
Yes.
put it on there and
Yes.
keep the proceeds. That's
Absolutely,
responsibility.
yes,
Okay. We're gonna have to
absolutely.
do a drive and let people come give some things away and
Yes,
really look at, you know, how we can do
absolutely,
that.
absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
That's awesome. I love it. You guys, if you guys want to donate, the opportunity is there. They talked about Coffee Fridays, but I'm guessing they're not rejecting money on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday,
That's
Thursday.
right.
They're like, no. Keep
We're
your money.
not, they're not.
It's Monday. Don't just make
Whatever
sure.
the Lord puts on your heart.
Whatever the Lord puts on your heart, whatever you want to do, and be purposeful about your giving. And any and all of your giving, be purposeful. You don't have to feel compelled. They're not twisting your arm or
No.
saying anything. Their goal is to help people. If your goal is to help people,
Yeah.
and you're looking for an outlet or a way, or you believe in this sisterhood that's going on here,
Yeah.
and people who are looking to be a part of this in the future, I'm so excited. Y'all gonna have to start a waiting list or something, because I already know there's gonna be people knocking down y'all door. You
Absolutely.
may need an application process, or
Yeah.
y'all gonna have to make sure people are in the community. Just because you want to
Absolutely.
come in, we got to make sure there's criteria,
I was
Yes.
just about
because
to
what
say
you
that.
guys have is special. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess I was just about to say, like, you know, sometimes when people donate, they think that, oh, what are they going to use it for? I mean, I just want y'all to know we're going to go to God.
Every time.
Every
single
time.
time.
It is not like Zanita's bringing an idea and she's like, oh, so-and-so tag me in this and we're gonna go to God.
love that.
Last year,
It has to align with
Yeah.
our mission. It has to align
Yeah.
with God's vision for My Sister's Oil. And so, yes, we do want to help our community, but like you said, we want to make sure that we are attaching ourselves to the right people
things.
and the right things. So
Absolutely. It definitely has to align. Last year, someone reached out to us about some children in a school that they thought needed some food. So we went out and bought food and dropped it off at the school.
Yes.
right.
Yep. So the kids could take some food home for the weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's
That's what it's about.
what it's about.
It's real.
That's what it's about.
I love
Yeah.
it, and I think it's so important what you guys are saying. The opportunity is there to give.
Yep.
I love the opportunity. As people come in, you want to make sure you're on the same page, have that
Yeah.
same unity.
Absolutely.
As you guys think about the future, what's the future? I'd love for each of you to go. This will be our final question. If you could dream of anything and say, this is where I see us 5 years, 10 years down the road. Tasha, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on where you could see this in the future?
In the future, I see God like giving us a platform such as this, even larger and
Wait,
filling our cup.
hold on. Wait, did she say bigger than? No, just kidding. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm just joking. I'm totally
No
joking.
shade.
Listen,
No shade.
no. I pray that God would literally do
Yes.
that for you. Go ahead.
Just so that we can be able to pour more into the community, and not just this community, but on the outside as well. So that's my dream, for us to be in God's purpose for our organization.
Yeah.
I love that. And let me say, it is really, I was joking, but it's important for us to know there's more than enough out there for everybody, right?
Exactly.
Like what God wants to do. God is like, I'm trying to bring heaven on earth, and y'all playing.
Absolutely.
He said,
Yes.
my
Yep.
kingdom come, my will be
Yes.
done on earth as it is. I'm trying
As
to get
it
it
is in
done
heaven.
there. There's
Yeah.
plenty of space, plenty of resources,
Yep.
plenty of opportunity for everybody. And I love that you're talking about this. And Tasha, you know how I started this,
Yes.
right?
I was there.
And
Number
so
one fan.
just like what you guys are doing, you guys know kind of how this all started. it was my mom passed, and it was like I'm grieving, and God was like, "Go live." He said, "Go live, go live." Same word. He said, "You
That's
have
so
to
good.
go live."
Yeah.
And I want you to live out loud. I don't want you to be afraid. Don't fear public opinion. Don't fear what people will say. Don't fear any of that. So it was an opportunity for me to get over a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
To be able to go through the grieving process, to not fear, but to show the power of God while I was going through it. Like you're talking about now, it's like I'm okay. And people are like, I always thought if my mom passed away, I wouldn't be okay forever. I'm fine.
Yep.
Because do I know who she's with?
Yes.
I do. Do I am I still with that same? So the connection and the truth of God and what happens after this, and knowing that my mom is better than she was when she was here, and knowing that she wouldn't, not that she'd be mad at me for grieving, but she wouldn't. She taught me too much for me to be sitting around not going live, not going to live. So I'm going to live. And I'm not going to be afraid to do it. And that's what you guys are continuing to do. Essence, if you see yourself, this organization 5 to 10 years down the road, what do you dream of for this organization?
It's going to be huge. It's going to be bigger than we ever imagined.
Yes.
Because I already know what God has showed me. And I think the level of faith that we all have. One of the very first conversations that we had when we started giving birth to my sister's oil is, y'all, this is going to be big. And I don't think it was an arrogance. I don't think it was tied to any one of our names. It was the fact that, and I say this all the time, and I said it at KV's grand opening, if you keep God at the center, he'll pull all the ends together. And that's what we do. Yes. And every time we meet, we open up with prayer. And every time we close out with prayer. And we are truly seeing God's hand in everything that we're doing. And he's shocking us. That's the one thing I love about God.
Yes.
He is a God abundantly above all you could think and
ask
imagine.
Yes.
And he continues to surprise us because he loves that. He wants us the element of surprises. That's his thing. And he wants to continue to grow our faith by the element of surprise. So I know without a shadow of a doubt, we will be a household name, and not just a household name in the community, but I believe that he's going to whisper our name in the ear of someone that's going to really blow this thing up for us. And he's going to give us the grace to carry it through.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Tony Ann.
So I feel like we'll definitely be a household name. Like Essence just said, God, he will just continue to just blow your mind. And it's not like you don't already know that he can do it. Like you just be like,
but he does it again. You're like, how did he again?
I don't know how he surprised me again. So I think we'll see. It'll be big. Like it will just be. This is gonna be. I always tell them like this can be the platform. This is the big umbrella. And then what does Tasha have to bring to the table? What does Essence have to bring to the table? What do I have to bring? And it all can fall under my sister's oil.
I love that.
And it's just like each one of us bringing our gift. Our gift.
Yes.
What God has given us to basically expand. It's almost like how FedEx is. You know, we got FedEx, and then we got FedEx Ground, FedEx Freight, FedEx.
Breaking it down, y'all better watch out. They got plans.
Listen, we got plans.
I love it, Zanita.
Of course, we all want it to grow, but I think that it's going to grow. I think every time we think of it, we think of how we can grow. We think of that umbrella that is in everything, and everyone's purpose is going to fall up underneath there. And you know what Tasha has, what Tawan has, what Jasmine, what LJ, everyone, and it's going to build us personally into something that we had no idea was even in us. You know,
absolutely.
So I'm excited. It's literally like being pregnant. It's literally like being pregnant. We're giving birth. And, you know, Jasmine being in North Carolina, with me being wherever I end up, it might be Houston or Florida. I'm sorry, my Florida family. It's supposed to be Florida or Houston, wherever. But we're gonna have this thing everywhere. We're gonna be able to provide for every person that is in need, and that's my greatest prayer. That we won't have to turn anyone down.
Turn anyone away.
In any capacity, that anyone will trust us with their prayer. Zanita, can you please pray for me? You know what I mean? That anyone can trust us with that. That is my ultimate goal.
And God gives us the grace, like we always say, not
Yes.
to drop the baby.
Not to drop the baby.
Not to
Yes,
drop the
not to
baby.
drop our baby.
Don't drop the baby. My uncle taught me that when you have something in your belly, like we talked about before, and when you give birth to something, you cradle it like your baby. And Tony Ann and I have had this conversation before. God give us the grace not to drop the baby, because so many things will come up against us. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, the enemy gets mad when you start speaking things like that into the atmosphere. And so he'll start poking at you. So, keep us in good prayer.
Yes.
Keep us in good prayer. That we keep our feet on the ground and that we don't drop our baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Lucas Live. We have these wonderful ladies of My Sister's Oil. Thank you so much, Tawana. To all the ladies who are out there, Jasmine, Serenia, everybody was out there virtually who are members of My Sister's
LJ.
Oil, LJ, to the ladies here today. You guys did a phenomenal
Thank
job.
you.
Thank
You're
you
awesome.
all.
Thank you so much for having us,
you.
Lucas.
Yes.
We
Guys.
appreciate it.
It was such a pleasure having these ladies here today. If you guys missed any parts of it, we want you guys to go back. The replays are instantly available. Go back and watch the replay. If you know somebody who missed this, reach out to them. If you know somebody who needs this, whether they need a service, whether they need to give, whether they need to have a prayer or whatever it is, reach out to them. Let them know that they want to check out this great episode.
Yes.
Again, shout out to everybody who's there. Follow Instagram.
Yes, keep an eye out for what My Sister's Oil is going to continue to do. You have not seen the last of us by any means.
And this is Self-Care September. So we're going to be involved, and we want you guys to be involved with us for this month too.
And if you need us, we are here to assist you
Yes.
with your events or anything that you need. We're
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely. Reach out to us for other speaking engagements if you'll have us or
Love
if you
you
need
too.
us. We just love to continue to pour into the community. Like we said, be a bridge in any way that we can. So if you'll have us, we'd love to show up. And for the month of September, we are doing a self-care basket. So at the end of September, we'll be giving away a basket. It'll be full of self-care items, randomness, maybe a gift card, maybe something to give yourself a little bit of home care. So if you would just please keep an eye out for the details of that. We'll be announcing that within the week to come. So how you can win a self-care basket through My Sister's Oil.
Love it. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It was such a
Lucas.
pleasure. Thank all of you who were out there watching today. We'll see you guys this weekend. We'll be at the HBCU Classic. We'll be at the Community Fun Day. We'll be live for the tailgate party before the game. Make sure you like and subscribe to Lucas Live Media so you don't miss a thing. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Everybody have a great day.
Bye.